I walk main line in the feds. I walk main line in the state prison, man.
Show your face. Show your face, please. With sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers, so if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, it's getting to the point where we don't know who to trust. Every other day, new information is coming out about somebody who we thought was solid, but ended up being just one big facade. On today's episode of Telling Behind the Scenes, a Chicago rapper / YouTuber by the name of King Yella, mostly known for being affiliated with FBG Duck, as he rep GD, has now been put in the hot seat by 1090 Jake. A couple days ago, rumors were surfaced of King Yella being the butt of 1090's joke, as Jake will come out asking 600 Breezy and Offset how do they feel about being mentioned in another rapper's paperwork and identified as being a gangster disciple. I mean, not in those exact words, but paraphrasing. Now, the story that 1090 Jake will put up will say, quote, "I'm trying to ask Offset and 600 Breezy how they feel about getting identified as members by a rapper." Offset never replied, as we can see he got his own problems going on concerning his wife, but 600 Breezy jokingly shrugged it off by saying this.
I'm trying to ask Offset and 600 Breezy how they feel about getting identified as members by a rapper. How we feel about that?
He basically is incriminating me, saying that I am a bad individual to the community. And
1090 Jake will respond by reposting the Breezy video with a laughing emoji. Snapdog would even post a video thanking 1090 Jake, kind of randomly. Check this out.
Hey, 1090 Jake a real one, bro. Call me, man. Tell me, y'all boys ain't street like how y'all say y'all is, man. Trying to get my name up to the police. Man, y'all is pitiful, bro.
Now, things would intensify as we will finally get to know who 1090 Jake was referring to when he asked Breezy and Offset how they felt about being identified as members. However, they wouldn't be the only two. King Yella will go on to name rappers such as Snapdog from Detroit, Lil Durk, 600 Breezy, and Offset. As of today, we now know who 1090 Jake was referring to, as he is exposing King Yella for giving up intel to law enforcement, pointing out these guys' affiliation with certain gangs. In one of the documents known as a voluntary statement, dialogue between King Yella with law enforcement shows that he was asked about Offset being a GD. It would go as, quote, "They are from Atlanta?" King Yella would say, "Yeah, they're from the A." They would ask King Yella if Offset was GD, and King Yella would respond by saying, "Yeah." They would ask again, "From Atlanta?" and he would respond saying, "Mm-hmm." In another voluntary statement, it'll get a little worse, as King Yella is the one offering the name to law enforcement and admitting his affiliation to Lil Durk's group at the time, 300. Law enforcement will question King Yella saying, quote, "Cause some of the guys that work down here on the strip, they stopped the dude at the fashion show. Maybe a couple months ago that was cool with Lil Durk, and he raps with Lil Durk." King Yella will reply saying, quote, "Oh, Snapdog." Law enforcement will ask, "Is that his name?" King Yella would say he was out here, "Yeah, a month ago." Police asked him if Snapdog was 300, and King Yella responded, "Yeah." Then as far as 600 Breezy, on another document, law enforcement will ask King Yella, quote, "What's up with that, I mentioned this to you earlier, the other dude from Chicago, Breezy, he's a black disciple?" King Yella will respond, "Yeah, he in jail." At that point, King Yella agreed and admitted that 600 Breezy was a BD. Now, in the last document, they will ask King Yella about a firearm, asking where he got the weapon from. Yella will mention a person named Kayla, and also admitted she is the one that bought the firearm when he was asked about it. Now, King Yella will go live and address all of this going down after he was called a rat all over social media. And it's the excuse that's actually more interesting than the paperwork. Check this out.
Folks, don't tell me you was in there talking to them people, folks. Don't tell me you was in there talking to them people, folks.
Bro, cause they asked me.
Gee.
Hey, Reese, cause they asked me nigga BD, GD, don't the whole world know this already, folks? Come on now, G.
Tell them.
Damn, that crazy, folks.
Somebody went to the pen.
Hello.
Did I get on the stand? Did I send anybody to prison, folks? Stop playing.
Hey, look.
It's crazy.
Hey, look. The
bro.
investigation room is,
Yeah.
the baby stand. That's the first stand. Get on.
Man, listen, I don't. Hey, listen.
That's the baby stand, folks.
That's the
That's
baby
the Cairo, that's the baby
hit me in
stand.
my mouth.
First stand, you get on, folks.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
please,
hey,
I
look.
walk main line in the feds. I walk main line in the state prison, man. Stop playing with me. What you talking about?
See, look,
Gang
Yella,
time, all. Stop playing with me.
I ain't finna get on here and call you no
15, what you got to say, bro?
Hey, listen, on my grandma grave, since y'all want to play, I'm gonna go pull out my whole federal paperwork. The whole situation, I got stopped. Why? Because they put the people on me. Stop, goofy.
But look,
Why
hey,
was the
but look,
police on me?
just listen
Why was
real
the police
quick.
on me?
Listen real quick, like.
Look,
Why
let's
did
just
I
say-
go to
Look,
prison
I
for
ain't
4
gonna get
years
it-
after that?
I ain't gonna get her to call you no snitch, but you know like that can be used though, right? If you
Man,
look
listen,
at the
man.
case, Dirk was fighting. They was trying to call him a black disciple. He was in that bitch.
And the whole world know he a
Now listen, whenever you offer information to law enforcement on another individual, that's called snitching or cooperating, telling, whatever you want to call it. I don't care how people try to sugarcoat it. If they ever ask you something that you don't want to answer, you simply don't answer or ask to get in contact with your lawyer or just simply say that you don't know. They can't penalize you for none of that. And your attorney will always suggest that you don't answer any questions unless you have him around. This man made a whole song called Famous Rats. And even in one of the lines, he would say, quote, I ain't never fold, I ain't never told, I ain't saying nothing. But apparently, he said something. They're not asking you about these guys for no reason, right? And I hate when guys say, did I send anybody to jail? No, you didn't. Well, at least yet. You don't know what them people got brewing behind the scenes or how they'll use your comments/statements. The point of the matter is that they aren't asking you about certain individuals for no reason. And if or when they do build a case on these guys to prove their point, they'll have your statements against them to further prosecute them in the court of law. It's not rocket science. And Yella knows that, but right now the joke's on him, so he's gonna act like it's nothing. But I guarantee you if the shoe was on the other foot and these claims were made against someone else involving the same exact details, he'll be calling them a rat or snitch as well. Now saying he snitched K and then even saying that the world isn't gangster no more because people was hanging with 6ix9ine and Gunna.
views, man. We don't live in no gangster world no more, G.
Millions of views, folks.
Listen, all of that is just one big deflection. We not talking about 6ix9ine. We not talking about Gunna. We not talking about Alpo. We not talking about anybody. There's no way he's out here saying he snitched K, but doing exactly what the snitches do. You never offer information to the police. Simple. It's no other way around that. Even if they ask you, did such and such so much as have a hat on? You say you don't know. Because you really don't know what they could be using your statements for against whoever they're asking you about. Now let's say, God forbid, they snatch one of them guys tomorrow in the RICO case and they have to prove that they aren't BD, but then they got you saying that they are. You see how that works? In his song Famous Rats, he called Gunna a rat for admitting that YSL's a gang. Now if you're pointing out certain guys for being a part of certain gangs, what makes what you did any different? Now him and 16 will be on live, and 16 made a very good point. He said at the time of that whole situation where he pointed Dirk out to be a BD as well as 600 Breezy, at that time Dirk was fighting a case where he was trying to get them to not say that he was BD. So with you saying that he is, him saying that he's not, do you see where we're going with this? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, here's the moral of the story. You never say nothing when you are in them interrogation rooms. When you're questioned by the law enforcement, you never know when your statements are going to be used against you or against someone else. And in this case, They very flat out asked him, is this one a BD? Is this one this? Is this one that? He willingly told. And especially in the situation with Snap Dogg. You know, they didn't even know who they was talking about, or maybe that was just one of their tricks, because that's what they do as well. They know exactly who they have in mind, but they just want to know if you're going to offer information, and that's exactly what he did. He came out and said Snap Dogg before law enforcement did. You know, so that's one of their little tactics that they like to do sometimes. But like I said, at the end of the day, never give information to law enforcement about anything unless it just concerns you. What are you doing speaking on another man's case, another man's anything, right? If you want to talk to the police, if you want to tell them anything, you tell them anything you have about yourself. You don't need to be saying yes or no about any other man other than yourself. To nip it in the bud, to get all the snitch allegations out there, just never speak on anybody. And if you decide to, you say you don't know. Simple. But I want to hear what you guys got to say, because a lot of the times these days, people are selective with who they want to call cooperators or snitches or whatever the case may be. I don't like to call men that because, like I said, those are harsh words. Those are serious allegations. But in these situations, man, it's kind of hard because it's right there. You know, the proof is in the pudding. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.